Good morning, Atlanta. Today on Play to Win, who will be under center in Jacksonville? Who's the best team in the ACC? And will the Falcons beat the slumping Panthers? We've got all that and more coming up next on the fastest 30 minutes in television, football's Play to Win.
Today's show is being brought to you by your Atlanta Nissan dealers. This is It Barbecue and Atlanta Peach Movers. Welcome to football's Play to Win with Falcons All-Pro defensive end Chuck Smith, Falcons All-Pro offensive tackle Bob Whitfield, Play to Win expert Jeffrey the Edge Schechter, college and SEC football expert Chris Marler, Falcons All-Pro wide receiver Terrence Mathis, and your host, Nikki Williams. Today's Hometown Team Report is being brought to you by Montlick Injury Attorneys. Our attorneys know what it takes to win.
Good morning and happy game day. Today's Hometown Team Report is brought to you by Montlick Injury Attorneys. Chuck, Bob, Terrence, Chuck, you're looking like you're in a little bit of a Matrix video back there. Looks good.
Yeah, you know, I feel like I'm at the disco. You know, I love Donna Summer and disco music, so that's kind of my theme today. You know, hey, I'm growing my beard out like I'm one of the Doobie Brothers, so hey, man, that's how I'm rolling right now. Nick, I'm just rolling like that.
Well, I hate you can't see my disco ball above my head. Now, the Falcons taking on the Panthers. What do you think it's going to take for the Falcons to beat the Panthers at home here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium? Bob, I'll start with you.
Hey, let's take that disco team even further. You got a Panther squad that is down on the skids, so go ahead and dance all over their heads and just go out there and play some solid football because the opportunity is yours to beat a team you're supposed to beat.
That's right. I think the Falcons has found their groove. You keep dancing, huh? We got groove, we got disco, we got all these things going right now. They didn't found their groove. And the thing is, with the struggling Sam Darnold, because he doesn't have the weapons that they thought they were going to have at the beginning of the year, they're going to continue to struggle against these Falcons.
Well, it's the biggest cocktail party of the year. Georgia, Florida, and Jacksonville. Chuck, who do you think benefited most from their bye week?
Well, I think first and foremost, Florida benefited the most because they got a lot more work to do. Georgia is who they are. They're bruisers on defense. They got an efficient quarterback in the running game that is, hey, one of the best in America. Florida has to figure out Georgia. How do we make chunk plays? Georgia has to figure out, how they're going to stop Jordan Davis. How they're going to stop this Georgia offense. To me, it benefited Florida much because Georgia's a lot more equipped to go in after a bye week than Florida was.
Bob, who do you think benefited more?
The fans. We got a chance to rest up and get our tailgate menu right and look for some good opportunity down there because this game is always a toss-up, in my opinion, because of the rivalry, because of the matchup, because of the giant cocktail party. So both teams got a chance to reevaluate what they can do to outsmart the other.
Well, guys, coming up next, we're going to talk Wake Forest. Are they for real? Our experts weigh in. Don't miss it. We'll be right back on Football's Play to Win.
I was standing in the pedestrian crosswalk. Out of nowhere, I was knocked down and ran over by a car. I knew I needed an attorney right after it happened. We feel very fortunate that Montlick was the one we chose. And everything was professional. Always seemed to be a certain amount of empathy for how I was feeling and how the family was doing. It was more like friend rather than attorney. That whole experience was top shelf. I'm really happy about that.
It's time to find your next Chevy truck and forge ahead. Take on new challenges and take it to the next level. It's the perfect time to do more in your next Chevy. Find new possibilities, find new roads. Eligible customers get great offers from GM Financial Plus. No monthly payments for 120 days on all 2021 Silverado 1500 Crew Cab pickups and get $1,500 cash allowance. Georgia drives Chevy. Find new roads.
Here we go. And we go up.
You're the proud owner of the fastest growing gym in town. And your online classes are a big reason why. But if slow upload speeds end up straining your growth,
we're holding. What's going on?
Just remember.
If you hear me, put your kettlebells down.
You're not a bad gym owner. You just need better internet.
AT&T Business Fiber delivers faster upload speeds for more reliable video calls. Limited availability in select areas. Call 1-844-641-FAST.
Peace out, leaving home just to change my phone plan. Hello, switching from my sofa. Goodbye, everything you can't. Hello, Google Fi, a phone plan that can.
Today's SEC and ACC report is being brought to you by your Southeastern Nissan dealers.
Welcome back. Our SEC ACC report is brought to you by Greater Atlanta Nissan. Welcome back in Chris Marlar, our college football expert. Now, Wake Forest, undefeated, number 13 in the country. How do you feel about the hype? Is it for real, Chris?
Let me tell you something right now, Nikki. We spent $800 billion a year on this defense budget, and the Army's giving up 70 points. It's not okay. It's not okay. No, they got the 91st ranked strength of schedule. That mascot looks like Bill Maher from colonial times. It's ridiculous. The only person I know that has any kind of good insight on them is my man Chuck. So I'm gonna give it up to Chuck.
Well, look, the bottom line is, you've heard me say this, Chris. Everybody, all year, I like parity. I'm glad Bama lost. I am glad Clemson is suffering a little bit right now because I'm excited to see some of these other teams like Wake Forest. Think about what Dave Clawson's done, Wake Forest's head coach. What is it, 2 of the last 5 years, his recruiting class has been the lowest in the ACC. Think about what's happening right now. This team is in their 13th in the country. And guess what? If they knock off Duke this weekend, Chris, I'm going to come on here in the next couple of weeks, and I could be talking about college football playoffs.
Oh, boy. You wouldn't be wrong.
You know,
He would be very wrong.
Contrarian Chris. Ole Miss is headed to Auburn. What about this matchup stands out to you? Do you think that this is going to be a game fun to watch, Chris? Because you're real picky about what you think is worth attention, apparently.
First off, no, I'm picky about Wake Forest, a basketball school from 1995 that we're going to start talking about college football. But yeah, no, this is going to be a great game. I love this game every single year. It's right when the leaves start changing. Okay. I love this. I love this matchup. When you talk about Ole Miss's offense, you talk about a really, really good offensive mind when you have Lane Kiffin, everything he's been able to do with Matt Corral. And I fully think that Matt Corral should be and is the Heisman frontrunner. I think this kid is going to be in New York and taking home that hardware in the first week, second week of December. That being said, going on the road to Auburn and playing a team that is just very dangerous. No matter what kind of year they're having, they're always dangerous. It seems like even with a new coach, Brian Harsin, they do really well in the run game. Tank Bigsby, Bo Nix, we'll see how he is. He's always better at home than on the road. I think it's going to be a great game.
Well, speaking of great games, it's time now for our college football showdown.
Today's Showdown of the Week is being brought to you by AT&T. More for your thing, that's our thing.
It's Michigan at Michigan State, all Michigan everything. Are you excited about this matchup? What stands out to you, Chris?
I know you're gonna be shocked here, every single one of you. I am excited about this game. I think that trophy is dumb as hell when you talk about playing for Paul Bunyan or whatever it is. But I think this is a great game. I think this is 2 top 10 teams that deserve to be in the top 10. 2 power running games. It's going to have a feel of a little bit of an old school game. And I think that whichever defense can make enough stops is going to obviously come out on top. But I mean, listen, don't get it twisted. Those 2 teams hate each other. I can't wait.
Hey.
You like the rivalry,
It's a chess
Bob?
match. A chess match between 2 great coaches. You got Harbaugh on one side. You got Mel Tuck on the other side. Defense, offense. That's what a good chess match is in football, and it's going to be a low-scoring affair, but someone has to win. One with Harbaugh.
The man has spoken, guys. Stick with us when we come back. We're going to talk about Florida's quarterback situation. Who gives them the best chance at the upset? We'll have it all next on Play to Win.
Just outside of a town called Basic is Basic Lake, where families gather together for some basic fun. And if you have the 2021 Nissan Rogue with 5 drive modes, you can climb above Basic and find a trail where no one else goes. The 2021 Nissan Rogue. Anything but basic.
Get a low $219 per month lease on Rogue, or get 0% financing for up to 72 months on 13 models.
You just bought a new house. Now you've got to move. Nobody likes to move. That's why you call Atlanta Peach Movers. Your choice for the best move. No job is too big or too small, and you can be assured your belongings will get where they need to be on time and in one piece. Our in-house training facility ensures our team is ready to offer you unmatched service and a no-hassle moving experience. For the best value in the business, call Atlanta Peach Movers for a free quote today.
The next generation of hair transplant procedures is here. X-Acto Pro is a revolutionary procedure that takes hair transplants to a completely new level. Hair Restoration Specialist of Atlanta is the only hair transplant clinic that offers this new hair technology. The next 10 clients during the month of October will also receive $1,000 off this new procedure and $2,000 in additional savings. We are the top choice in hair restoration, so call us today to book your procedure and let's get you back to the hair you deserve and love.
At Reliable Heating and Air, every day we roll out before the sun rises. We carry a lot in our trucks and use cutting-edge technology and work late so you can sleep easier. We get uncomfortable to restore your comfort and keep you warm all winter long. Heating, cooling, hot water, plumbing, and electrical. Our results make us always reliable.
Get any size furnace for just $49.99 a month.
Today's University of Georgia Report is being brought to you by Beaver Toyota. We're here to wow you.
Welcome back. The Dog Report is brought to you by Beaver Toyota. Chris, biggest question right now. Georgia, Florida, we know it's going to be fun, but who's going to be at quarterback for Florida?
First off, I think the biggest question of this game, it's probably going to be Emory Jones because Dan Mullen hates making good decisions. The biggest question is how much money are we putting on Georgia? Because Georgia is going to destroy Florida today. I cannot wait. Favorite team, Nikki. It's favorite team, always has been. Everyone knows that.
It is. Chuck?
Nikki, to answer your question, I'm going to tell you this. Emory Jones, his ceiling, he has a nice ceiling, but Anthony Richardson's ceiling is through the roof. But here's a big thing. To me, when you look at Dan Mullen, remember, it took an injury for Felipe Franks for Kyle Trask to assume that starting role. So when you look at how Dan Mullen plays two quarterbacks, I wouldn't be surprised. But here's the thing. Anthony Richardson has a high ceiling. He's basically come out public and said, you know what? Yeah, I might think about consider transferring in a nutshell. That's kind of what he said. You know, I mean, he's got that one-time transfer you can do. But to me, I'm going with Anthony Richardson. He's young. I know he made some mistakes in the last game, but he also threw for touchdowns. To me, I'm going with Anthony Richardson and letting him ride it out and develop him for the future.
And Chris, the same question for the Dogs. If JT Daniels is the go, is he just the automatic starter?
I'm going to say it again, just like my grandpa used to say, okay? Dance with the one that brung you. JT Daniels has spent more time on the bench than anyone else on the team this season, okay? He is a more physically talented quarterback than Stetson Bennett IV, our favorite DUI lawyer. But no, at some point, make the right decision if you're Kirby Smart and bring the guy in that has led you here this long. It makes me cringe even thinking the fact that this kid could sit out for so long and then all of a sudden come in when it matters most.
You know what? I think that's just the media hype. That's just the tension to create something to talk about because we know in that huddle, you'll see it on the guys' faces when you're the quarterback and you're telling that play. And if those guys have that look in their eye like they don't trust you, then it's not going to be good chemistry. So, yeah, we know who's going. Win the Heisman, who's leading that Georgia team. It's the lawyer. It's Bennett.
Well, Bob, I disagree with you. I don't think it's media hype. This is coming from Kirby Smart. This is coming from media. This isn't hype. So the bottom line is, to me, Stetson Bennett needs to be the guy because, I mean, it's not hype. I mean, it's a fact, man. So I got to disagree with you like
It's a fact that you can practice against someone, but then in the game, you line up with that dude that you trust. So, yeah, during the week, those 4 or 5 days, Kirby has to speak on it because it brings interest to that locker room. It brings competition in practice. It makes people say, ooh, who's going to be the starter? But in reality, you know what it is. You got to go with who is getting that team morale and who is boosting it up. So, yeah, Kirby is hyping it up. He's the hype man.
Well, all right.
Oh, Lord, we're just getting warmed up, guys. Stick with us. We're going to talk about the Atlanta Falcons and figure out how they can get a win at home against the Panthers. We'll be right back on Play to Win.
Today's show is being brought to you by your Georgia Drive Chevy dealers, Chevrolet, Find New Roads, Bojangles, and Reliable Heating and Air.
You want trucks? We got trucks. Linda Beaver here with an exciting announcement. Your pre-owned truck center is now open at Beaver Toyota. Seriously, whatever you want. Toyota, Ford, Chevrolet, Dodge, we got them all, and they're all on sale. There's never been a better time for you to get the truck and the price of your dreams. Oh, and for a limited time, the vehicles may be purchased with 0 down and no payments for 3 months. Your pre-owned truck center is now open. Visit us at beavertoyotacumming.com. We're here to wow you.
If you have psoriasis, it's time to see the possibilities with Taltz. Up to 90% of those with moderate to severe psoriasis saw a significant improvement. Some even saw 100% clear skin. Don't use if you're allergic to Taltz. Before starting, get checked for tuberculosis. Increased risk of infections and lower ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor about infections, symptoms, or if inflammatory bowel disease symptoms develop, worsen, or if you had a vaccine or plan to. Serious allergic reactions can occur. Ask your doctor about Taltz.
Just outside of a town called Basic is Basic Lake, where families gather together for some basic fun. And if you have the 2021 Nissan Rogue with 5 drive modes, you can climb above Basic and find a trail where no one else goes. The 2021 Nissan Rogue. Anything but basic.
Get a low $219 per month lease on Rogue, or get 0% financing for up to 72 months on 13 models.
I drop off and pick up my kids from school, so I can't work early or late. And I need to make enough to make it worthwhile.
I can only work 2 days a week, and it can't interfere with my other job.
I can do full-time, just not daytime, and I need benefits. Good ones.
And you know, it'd be nice if you paid for my tuition, like all of it.
Today's Atlanta Falcons report is being brought to you by your Georgia Drive Chevy dealers. Chevrolet, find new roads.
And we're back. Our Falcons report is brought to you by Georgia Drive Chevy. Terrence Mathis in the house to break down some Atlanta Falcons football. Falcons welcoming in the Panthers. The big question, will Sam Darnold be under center? What do you think?
No. PJ Walker will be the starting quarterback Sunday afternoon in Mercedes-Benz. Let me tell you, they're frustrated right now. They started out hot. They thought they found their quarterback of the future. That's why there's some rumblings about the trade deadline for another quarterback. But here's the thing. Sometimes coaches and coordinators, especially from college, think this game is easy because you got to understand on the other side of the ball, there's 11 dudes that's getting paid a whole lot of money that can play very, very well. And it's not like college when you only maybe have 3 or 4 on defense. So it's not all Sam Darnold's fault. You just got to find a way what he does best. And plus, he has a lot of weapons that are missing for him. You know, you have running back McCaffrey out. You have Marshall that's out. And, you know, here's the thing. He has no weapons right now.
And Terrence, do you think the trend of Kyle Pitts emerging will continue this game?
As long as Matt Ryan stays upright, yes. Man, you see, people, they get so enamored with Kyle Pitts and the catches he made, that second quarter catch with the one hand, it was a great throw. In the fourth quarter, when they needed a play, well, he beat arguably one of the best corners in the NFL on bump and run, and it was the throw by Matt Ryan. So here it is. If Matt Ryan stays upright, which he has been over the last few weeks, because this Falcons offensive line only given up 9 sacks this season so far.
Hey, I need to say something real quick. Listen, I want to go back, Nikki, to that first question. Yeah, I gotta speak on it. I gotta drop some knowledge with you, Terrence. You talking about the Carolina Panthers traded for Sam Darnold, traded picks, made him their franchise quarterback, and they're going to bench him. Look, they pulled him out the game, but it was a mistake. Part of what you want to do is build confidence in the quarterback and the team around him. It was a huge mistake by Matt Rule to make this man sit down. So for you to come out here on this show and say that, listen, that other quarterback's going to be the starter in the future, you're tripping, man. Really? I mean, you done bumped your head, partner.
But that's where you stop listening when I said that. I said when you have coaches come from college, they think the game is easy. So they try to implement stuff to in the college level when there's other dudes on the side. You're talking about coaches that don't understand you groom a quarterback that's a franchise guy. So that's when you stop listening when I said that, but you didn't hear the rest of what I said.
You lucky we ain't got more time for this one. You lucky. You lucky.
And you guys are lucky because we're going to keep this going. Coming up next, it's the hottest topic out there. The NFL deadline is right around the corner. We'll touch on it next on Play to Win.
It's time to find your next Chevy truck and forge ahead. Take on new challenges and take it to the next level. It's the perfect time to do more in your next Chevy. Find new possibilities, find new roads. Eligible customers get great offers from GM Financial Plus. No monthly payments for 120 days on all 2021 Silverado 1500 Crew Cab pickups and get $1,500 cash allowance. Georgia drives Chevy. Find new roads.
We break a sweat to get you feeling comfortable. Our commitment is what makes us reliable. Heating, cooling, hot water, plumbing, and electrical. Our results make us always reliable.
Get any size furnace for just $49.99 a month.
Just outside of a town called Basic is Basic Lake, where families gather together for some basic fun. And if you have the 2021 Nissan Rogue with 5 drive modes, you can climb above Basic and find a trail where no one else goes. The 2021 Nissan Rogue. Anything but basic.
Get a low $219 per month lease on Rogue, or get 0% financing for up to 72 months on 13 models.
A big bow box says a lot about a person. Like they have a mighty hunger, a powerful thirst, and great taste when it comes to college teams. Game day and beyond, rep your Georgia Bulldogs with an official Team Big Bow Box.
I was very happy with the case. You're not having to worry about how things were going to get paid, especially the hospital bill. Had I gone through it without hiring an attorney, I think it would have been disaster. Monthly, they were negotiating with all the different medical entities and professionals. I never lifted a finger. So I'm really happy about that, the way it worked out. That whole experience was top shelf.
Today's NFL Report is being brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air, servicing Atlanta's heating and air conditioning needs for over 40 years.
Welcome back. Our NFL Report is brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. The trade deadline, November 2nd. Terrence, what are your thoughts on Deshaun Watson being up for a trade?
Well, here's the thing. You know, his name has been thrown around at 3 organizations. I think it's been the Eagles, the Panthers, and even the Dolphins. But here's the thing. So you want to trade for a guy, get rid of your starting quarterback. For a guy who has not played football, has to learn a new offense. So what you're saying to me, to make this trade, you're just throwing away the rest of the season just to build on to next season. So, you know, at the end of the day, wherever he goes, he's going to be an asset. But I don't think he'd be a great asset this year.
Hey,
Bob?
Asset liability, this guy, Deshaun Watson, because what is overhanging with him. And now if a team does trade for him, they're going to try to probably get a commissioner exemption so they may not have to carry him on the roster, and that they can see what's the backlash of his case is going to be, because there's going to be some type of punishment that comes down on Deshaun Watson. And the civil action is what he's going to have to deal with. I don't know if there's going to be a criminal case brought against him, but it's going to be something that lingers around him, and teams going to have to see if they can withstand that in the media's eye, in the fan base eye, to say, is he a good value football-wise, but he's not going to sell us any more tickets, and we know what these owners are in here for, to sell tickets, to make money.
Yeah, there's a lot of unknowns when it comes to Deshaun. What do you guys think about the Falcons being active at the trade deadline, Chuck?
Well, I think the Falcons should be absolutely active. Their pass rush is a disaster, in the words of Jeffrey the Edge Schechter. I think, listen, for me, I would listen. This is what if I were the Falcons, what I would try to do. I would try to call the Philadelphia Eagles and say, what can we do to get Derek Barnett? We know next year he probably won't get signed back. Maybe we can get something for him, because the Falcons are going to try to make any noise. They got to improve the edge rushers. Grady Jarrett is wasting away his career. They're wasting his prime time of his career. So maybe the Falcons will make some kind of decision, get it on the waiver wire. I mean, get in the trade, get involved with trades and try to figure out a way to bring somebody in here to help Grady, because shame on what they're doing to this man's career by him out there getting double teamed with absolutely no help.
Chuck, I don't know. We can't see the podium there, but you are definitely bringing some gospel today, guys. Stick with us. We've got Jeffrey the Edge Schechter and his picks. You don't want to miss it. We'll be right back on Football's Play to Win.
We get uncomfortable to restore your comfort. Our commitment is what makes us reliable. Heating, cooling, hot water, plumbing, and electrical. Our results make us always reliable.
Only $19.99 a month for a new water heater.
This is it. Oh, this is it. Down South Style Barbecue.
This is it. Barbecue and Seafood brings back its best value. 2 for $32. 1 for Saturday and 1 for Sunday. 2 dinners, 2 desserts, 2 drinks, all for just $32.
Now order online at thisisitbbq.com.
Opening soon, Union City. It's still the rib tips.
Just outside of a town called Basic is Basic Lake, where families gather together for some basic fun. And if you have the 2021 Nissan Rogue with 5 drive modes, you can climb above Basic and find a trail where no one else goes. The 2021 Nissan Rogue. Anything but basic.
Get a low $219 per month lease on Rogue, or get 0% financing for up to 72 months on 13 models.
Hi, honey. Oh, I missed you.
You just want to video call the kids.
Okay. Hush, little baby.
Don't say a word.
But if slow upload speeds turn your good night call into an accidental horror movie,
Can you hear me?
Shut it down.
just remember, you're not a bad mom. You just need better internet.
AT&T Fiber delivers faster upload speeds for more reliable video calls. Get AT&T Fiber, plan starting at $35 a month for a year. Limited availability in select areas. Call 1-877-ONLY-ATT.
You want trucks? We got trucks. Linda Beaver here with an exciting announcement. Your pre-owned truck center is now open at Beaver Toyota. Seriously, whatever you want. Toyota, Ford, Chevrolet, Dodge, we got them all, and they're all on sale. There's never been a better time for you to get the truck and the price of your dreams. Oh, and for a limited time, the vehicles may be purchased with 0 down and no payments for 3 months. Your pre-owned truck center is now open. Visit us at beavertoyotacoming.com. We're here to wow you.
Today's college and NFL predictions is being brought to you by This Is It Barbecue.
Welcome back. It's time now for our NFL and college predictions brought to you by This Is It Barbecue. Jeffrey the Edge Schechter, you are having one heck of a season. Why don't you start us off with college?
The best game of the day is Michigan at Michigan State. Michigan quietly is number 6 now. Michigan State is 8, and Lem Tucker is doing a great job at Michigan State. Even though Michigan's a road favorite, I'm going to give the 4.5. They have a little too much firepower to Michigan State. I'm going to have to keep you up late this week. We got 2 late games. Virginia at Brigham Young. Virginia has nothing that resembles defense. Brigham Young go right through them, give the 2.5 at Brigham Young. And this one's been way under the radar. San Diego State is undefeated. They play Fresno State. Stay up to 3 o'clock and watch that. Give the 1 point with San Diego State. In the pros, I think Carolina's run has ended. Falcons give the 2.5, and that tight end they got, Pitts, is unbelievable. Tennessee, Indianapolis, good game. Tennessee's playing good. Indy at home, I still like them. Take the 1 with Indianapolis. Mac Jones is a good quarterback. I'm very disappointed in the Chargers getting creamed 2 weeks ago. New England's good enough to cover the 5 if not win the game. Good luck, everybody.
Thank you, Jeffrey, and awesome. Congratulations on a great season. Guys, thanks for sticking with us for another week of football's Play to Win. Be safe out there, and we'll see you all next Saturday at 9 a.m. on Fox 5.
Today's show has been brought to you by Beaver Toyota, Montlick Injury Attorneys. Our attorneys know what it takes to win. And AT&T.